All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. All right, here we go. This is the fist of real fury right there. This is mad, this is fury right there. I got both brackets off. It only took 2 days, not bad. Here you go. Here's what I was talking about with the honey goo. You can see there's some there, penetrated through. But right there, you can, hopefully the camera's picking up, you can see where it really penetrated through. So how do you get these darn things off when they're pretty much seized on? These bolts, as you could sort of see, the blue, that's Loctite. And these bolts are torqued to 100 pounds, which means they don't just fall off. Well, at least you'd hope not. If they just fall off, you've had a really bad day. But here's the bracket. There's the caliper. You got to be very careful with the hose so you don't kink it. So now everything is finally off. Let me show you a little trick. My main tool in this whole ordeal has kind of been this hammer. But see that lip? Okay, what happens is when it's through, okay, you get like a crust layer of rust on there. So you want to take a hammer. It doesn't have to be as extreme as Thor here, but it could be anything, and a chisel punch, which I have somewhere. Oh, I probably have it in the back in there. And you hit it with some penetrant spray. I use honey goo. I'm not sponsored by them, but trust me, that stuff just works magic. So what you want to do is pound all the way around this little lip. Hopefully I'm in frame here. This little lip right here in between the casting and the bolt, and pound all the way around it, and then put the honey goo on it and try it. If it doesn't go, let it sit overnight. I came back. Now I found this socket the other day. Okay, doing a scrap metal run. Notice how it has this is a spark plug socket of some sort. It's a 21 millimeter, which is the size of these bolts. It's 21 millimeter, so you can see it's a perfect fit, pretty much. And I'm pretty sure that's 21 millimeter, because my other 21 millimeter socket fit perfectly on that. So 21 millimeter. And then what I did is my nephew and I last year on one of our treasure hunts in the park, which the snowmobile trail goes through. Well, in the spring, somebody dropped this, and this goes from 5 to 27 millimeter on that side, and from, or sorry, 15 to 27 millimeter on that side, and this one 5 to 15. And you just basically go this way to open that one up, close that one down, open this one up, close that one down. And and I just put it on that. I'll get this in here like this. Okay. And lefty loosey, righty tighty. So that goes in like that. And then all I did is tap, 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 tap. And it came off slicker than anything. I didn't even have to like curse. Like, that's pretty good. So now I got everything off. Now I got to do the cleanup, and I've got my mask for the cleanup with the wire brush, because what happens is that dust, you don't want to be breathing that in if you can help it. So I got a good mask. I'll show you. Filters are still good on it, but I'm going to wear the mask. There's the rotors. Those are going to go for scrap metal. There's the honey goo stuff I was telling you about. This stuff is just so good. But there's the mask. So I'm going to use that. The wire brush, really clean that out, and then I can get to my emergency brake cable stuff, but I'll make that another video. But I got both of them off, as you see, and hopefully this hasn't sunk down too much. It's been raining a lot, so I have to jack this thing up pretty high to get the wheels back on. But anyway, you get the idea. So everything else seems good. I just got to clean it up, and there you can see the Loctite on this bolt a lot better in the sun here. The sun's kind of coming out, so there we go. The threads look good. So I'll clean these up anyway before I put them back in. I'll clean them up really good. I got my new brakes and everything down in the basement. I'm going to figure out how to put the backing plate on and all that. And I'll start from there. Put the shoes on. Put the rotor on. Put the caliper on. And then I'll save the caliper stuff to the last, just because I don't know how much fluid I'm going to lose. Now, I want to do one at a time so I don't get air on the line. It's just a lot easier to do it that way. But I'll get everything put on, and then I'll just like transfer from there to there, and hopefully there won't be too much, lose too much fluid. So I'm going to get everything all ready to go. So hopefully I have this thing done it's still going to take a lot of work to clean everything up. So I'm still looking at another day or so before but it might be a week before I can get another day on it. So it is what it is. That my battery went dead and I don't know why yet. So maybe I have parasitic drain or whatever. So I had to pull it in onto the charger. But hopefully the big snow beast here, aka Brutus, will be up on the road hopefully this week, next week, but I'm going to be so busy from tomorrow on. I don't know when my next day off is going to be, but as long as I can get this all back together before the snow flies, will be happy. But you can see my emergency brake cable's all frayed and stuff like that. I got to get all that done. I got all the cables, everything. Then I'll do a quick oil spray on it, and I'll go from there and hopefully get myself through the winter with this. I'll be happy, and we'll see. But anyway, there we go. I just wanted to show you guys that. So nice little tips and tricks there. If you got some rusty bolts, sometimes less is more. You just got to kind of pound on them a little bit, and then just show them you're serious, and then you can see you'll break the rust free. And there's some scrap metal there. More scrap metal there. Get some good penetrant. Doesn't have to be this stuff, but this stuff does work good. So there's a lot of them. There's pretty much anything's better than WD-40. So any sort of penetrant, tool oil, anything that will penetrate, but you have to crack that rust barrier, like I said first. Alright, I'm gonna leave it at about that. So yeah, here we go. Now I clean it up, put it back together. Yeah, about time. Alright, have a great day.